Oreye, yo. Oreye, yo, suo. Greetings. My name is Chief Sekou Alaje, Oshungede, Osuntoogun, and I'm here to support Dripped in Gold. I want to say thank you for this opportunity to come and talk about one of my most favorite topics, which is Oshun, our great mother. I was initiated to Oshun in Matanzas, Cuba. And from the moment that I came in contact with Oshun, my life has never been the same. My godfather that initiated me, Baba Ogumbi Peyo Tampanes, was a very profound priest in many different areas in Odisha, in Palo. He was a Nya drummer as well. And my godmother, Yasuleri, a very powerful Oshun priest also. And my godmother was actually initiated to Oshun in the Arara system, which are the people that came from the Benin, Togo, and Ghana area that were brought to Cuba during slavery. And she was initiated to the version that they have of Oshun, which is called Masi. So in Cuba, especially in the area of Matanzas, the Arara and the Lukumi culture, they work together. So my godfather, who initiated me, was a Lukumi priest. And my godmother, who was Maojubona, which is the second in command, the person that assists with the initiation, she was a Arara priest, which is something that's very unique to Matanzas. So already from the beginning of my introduction into Ifano Risha, I had a chance to see Oshun represented in the diaspora, coming from the Yoruba people of Nigeria, and also the representation of the Yoruba and that culture in Benin and Togo and Ghana as well. And from that point forward, my life never was the same. When I was initiated, I received the role of Oshun called Ibukole. And Ibukole is a very special aspect of Oshun because she is the one that is represented by the vulture. And the vulture is very special because the vulture is considered one of the most highest flying birds. The vulture is able to take the prayers from our mouth to Olodumare. So the vulture has a very important role within our culture. And the vulture, Ibukole, is the aspect of Oshun that delivers the prayers and so much more. Ibukole is so much more. So already I was exposed to a deep concept and understanding of Oshun, that Oshun is represented by many aspects of nature. Now, the most profound aspect that all people within the diaspora can agree on is that Oshun is water. Oshun is water. And it's very important to emphasize this because throughout the world, people refer to Oshun by many different things. And so it can be confusing. What is Oshun? Is Oshun this and is Oshun that? But the most important thing for us to know is that Oshun represents water and fresh water. Fresh water is very important. And the idea of it is very important because the earth is covered in water. 70% of the earth is water. Even it's referred to as the blue planet because when you see it within the universe, it just appears to be just a ball of water. But of that 70% of water, only about 2.5% is fresh water. And of that 2.5%, only 1% is accessible fresh water. And Oshun represents that fresh water. Now, on top of this interesting dynamic, we as humans are made up of almost 60% water. Our cells are made of water. Our organs are made of water. Our skin is made of water. Our brain is made of water. Our heart is made of water. Fresh water. So this water links us to Oshun. And so when we think about the power of Oshun and her ability to connect with us, then if we understand how Oshun is the mother of all, because Oshun is the mother of us humans. 1% of the water that's on earth is that percentage that's connected to us. And so Oshun is represented by many aspects. As I said, I was initiated to the aspect of Oshun, which is Ibukole. There are many other aspects all throughout the diaspora. I'm also initiated to Anya in Matanzas, Cuba also. And Oshun has a very important role with Anya. Anya is the spirit that is inside the drum. And Oshun has a very important relationship with this spirit as well, which is called Ibu Anya. That's the aspect of Oshun that is connected to the drum in Lukumi culture, Ibu Anya. So within the culture of Oshun, she is able to manifest in many different ways. And Oshun has taken me on such a wonderful journey. I'm so grateful. I later traveled to Osogbo, Nigeria, where I was initiated to Ifa. However, this city, Osogbo, is one of the powerful hubs for Oshun in the whole world, and especially within Yoruba land. Now, Oshun is not from Osogbo, but Oshun has settled in Osogbo in a very powerful way. So although I went to Osogbo to initiate to Ifa, I was able to meet Oshun in another deeper level, and I began my Oshun training in Osogbo as well. So I've been so blessed to be able to be trained by Oshun priests in Lukumi, as well as Oshun priests in Osogbo. And Oshun Osogbo is a very unique Oshun. This Oshun is the root. And I say it's unique because although all throughout the diaspora, people represent Oshun, people love Oshun, but very few of them have ever met Oshun Osogbo, the actual Oshun that traveled from Nigeria land through the terrible thing of slavery and traveled all over the world. Oshun Osogbo is not an Oshun that just represents what we hear sometimes like love, doesn't represent sexuality, doesn't represent sensuality. Oshun Osogbo, the original Oshun, represents the powerful energy of the feminine spirit, the very powerful feminine energy that exists within this universe. And this is the energy that allows all things to move and flow within the world. Like our great father, James Brown, said, it's a man's world, but it wouldn't be nothing without a woman and a girl. This is that statement to the next level, that it's not a man's world, but it's Oshun's world. And that it wouldn't be anything without her. Because without her, without this fresh water that runs through our veins, that encompasses our whole body, we wouldn't be anything. We wouldn't even exist. So when we talk about how powerful Oshun is, this is very fundamental to understand that she is water, Omi, and without this water, we can't exist. There are many important sayings when we come to Oshun that we say that Oshun, being water, not just is within our body, but Oshun is the water that we use to drink. Oshun is the water that we use to cook. Oshun is the water that we use to clean our clothes. Oshun is the water that encompasses every aspect of life. When it comes to human existence, we can't do it without Oshun. So within even Ifa culture, we honor and celebrate Oshun as well. Oshun is very, very fundamental and a very, very powerful Orisha. Oshun has touched many people's lives and has touched my life in a great way. Through my relationship with Oshun, I've had a chance to support so many people's healing and so many people's transformations. Through my relationship with Oshun, I've had a chance to travel all over the world, helping and supporting and healing people. Through the power of Oshun, I've been able to be healthy myself and my family to be healthy as well. Through the power of Oshun, I have seen like no other that Oshun is one of the most powerful energy and forces within the universe. Now, every Orisha has their own role and place. Every Orisha has their own power. So it's not to negate any other Orisha's power. But today we're talking about Oshun. So we get to really talk about how powerful Oshun is. Oshun in Lukumi is very, very important because Oshun is a powerful flavor of life that when added to everything, it becomes better. Often in Lukumi culture, you'll see Oshun being associated with honey. That honey is representing the sweetness of life, the joy of life. Oshun is that joy. In Lukumi, we have a song, and the chorus says, Oni agbe, iyalode omi o, Oni agbe, iyalode omi o, Oni agbe, iyalode omi o, Oni agbe. And this song says that with this honey, with this sweetness of life, we come to you, Oshun, Iyalode, the mother with the first rank. Iyalode omio. Omio is another way that we refer to Oshun, saying that you are the powerful water. Water is another energy connected to this powerful feminine energy and dynamic that's necessary for all things to happen. Iyalode omio, that mother, the powerful feminine energy of water, the mother of first rank. Oni agbe, we come with the sweetness of honey, but honey is just a symbol of the energy that we must possess whenever we come to Oshun, which is joy and happiness, where we can take the time to give thanks for the goodness that Oshun has done for us. No matter what trials and tribulations we've experienced, the goodness that Oshun has given us, we must always reflect on. And when we come to Oshun, we must come singing her praises, embodying the sweetness. Oshun doesn't want us to come to her sad, doesn't want us to come to her depressed. If we're feeling these energies and it's time to face our great mother, we must reflect on the goodness and the sweetness and then approach our great mother with that sweetness when we speak with her, when we address her, when we commune with her. And by embodying the sweetness, even if it's just for that moment, we'll be embodying our great mother Oshun. So the song says, Iyalode omi o, oni agbe. The Iyalode omi, the great mother, the mother first rank that represents water. I come to you with the sweetness. Agbe means that we're praying to you, and we ask that you bless us, that you bless us. Oni agbe Iyalode omi o, oni agbe. Sekou alaito, Oshun mi, yeye wase moro efa. Yeye o aremi, yeye wase molore. Sekou alaito, Oshun mi, yeye wase molore fa. Ye, o, aremi. Ye, wase molore fa. Ye, o, adideu. Ye, o, adideu. Arinyale kowo si ye o toro efa. Ariwo yo, adideu. Arinyale kowo si. Ye, o, adideu. Kole ye, o, adideu, arinyale, kowo si ye, o toro efa. Ariwo yo, adideu, arinyale, kowo si Oshun ye, o, afi ye, o, afi ye, o, afi ye, o, afi Iyalode omi o, oni agbe. 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 Here's an example of how we honor Oshun, how we praise Oshun, and how we speak to the various aspects of how wonderful and great she is. And as you heard, as we built up the songs, we ended with this, Iyalode omi oni agbe, that we ask you, Oshun, you see that we are coming to you, and we bring in the sweetness that you asked for. So please, Oshun, allow us to see great sweetness in life. It's for this reason that Oshun gave our Ile, our Orisha organization, the name Oshun Fikayu, which means Oshun brings joy everywhere she goes. Oshun brings joy everywhere she goes. And it's through the power of Oshun that our lives are uplifted. It's through the power of Oshun that we have happiness in our life. I feel that too often Oshun is emphasized as a sexual being, emphasized too much as a sensual being, that these energies of joy and happiness that emanate through our system have later by Western society been turned into energies that are not of the root of the essence of what Oshun is, which is joy, which is happiness, which is sweetness. So often the sweetness gets mistaken for sensuality, or the sweetness gets mistaken for sexuality. But these are ways that Western society has tried to mask the power of Oshun and mask the power of this divine feminine energy by taking it something to that's more Western, by saying, oh, Oshun She's the sexy of the Orisha, or she's the Orisha of sensuality. But in fact, it's the joy that you experience that a Western mind may see it to be sensuality. But we must dig deeper within our African consciousness to understand that that's the sweetness of life. That's the joy from when it's within inside of us, and we emanate and we use that joy to connect to those that are around us. That this connection does not have to be sexual, but this connection is the sharing of sweetness, the sharing of joy. So whenever I talk about Oshun, I always like to emphasize these things that have been taught to me by my teachers and that I've been exposed to with my own very eyes. That sensuality is fine, sexuality is fine. Sexuality is how we all got here, for sure. So it's not to say that it's something bad or that it's something dirty, because that's not our view. But we have to know that Oshun is so much more than these concepts, and that the root of this energy that can be perceived as sensuality is really joy. The root of this energy is the joy that's deep within inside, the sweetness that is symbolized by the honey. And when that honey is emanated from within our soul, then it's received as a flavor that can improve any situation, that can uplift a room, that can uplift a whole community. And I've seen with my eyes how Oshun can come into even a community and transform it. How Oshun can come into a room and lift it up. So when we honor and connect to Oshun, let us always use her sweetness to be the energy that uplifts, that empowers, her sweetness that we use and connect to, that can even transform any situation that we're in. Oshun represents so many things. And water, her sweetness, her happiness, her joy, these are some fundamental things that Oshun, it's important for us to know of Oshun. Also, Oshun is the great mother, the mother of mothers. This is we use this term literally and figuratively. Like I said, by Oshun being fresh water, and fresh water is the energy that that gives birth to us. The water is the energy that's within every ounce of our soul, of our spirit, of our cells, of our organs, of our brain. That she is not just a literal mother, but she's figuratively our mother as well, because she gives birth to our goodness. And she represents that divine mother energy where she always has time for her children. She always is a resource to her children. She always is someone that will hold her children and protect them. And because of this, Oshun is also a warrior. She's a warrior, the way a mother is a warrior. The way a mother will protect her children, will protect her husband if necessary. That she will stop at nothing to make sure that all those that are under her responsibility and under her care will be taken care of. Whether she has to protect them, whether she has to feed them. Oshun also represents the nursing mother, someone that can feed a community from the blessings of Olodumare and the energy, that the food that she can produce within her body, not from harvesting, not from planting, but the food that can come from her body, the liquid gold. Oshun is so powerful. Yeah, I could talk about Oshun forever. There's so many aspects that if we continue to talk about her, we'll be pulling back the many layers that represent her. But as I come here today, I can say Oshun's blessed me. She's brought me joy. She's brought me happiness. She's brought me success. She's afforded me so many blessings, and I will continue to honor her. I'll continue to worship her. I'll continue to pray to her every day of my life. My family, we all represent Oshun, all of us, because Oshun is a very vital aspect of our existence. So I come today to share this energy of Oshun with you. I pray that Oshun uplifts all of you that are watching today. I pray that Oshun comes and infuses her sweet spirit within your life so that you can go from wherever state you are to a state of goodness, to a state of happiness, to a state where the ecstasy of Oshun is not a sexual ecstasy, but it's an ecstasy of joy, an ecstasy of a deep, deep, deep joy. May Oshun bring us wealth. May Oshun bring us prosperity. May Oshun bless our relationships and bring relationships to those that have not had that blessing. May Oshun bless our children, and may Oshun bless those that have not had children. May Oshun come to our life and show us more of who we are. May Oshun show us the divine feminine energy that is within all of us, women and men, because it's the divine feminine energy that's even within men that allows us to go and grow to another level. Oshun is very powerful, and we call on you, our great mother. Please come to us, bless us, and allow us to see the goodness that manifests from you. Oreye you, oreye you, oreye you su, oreye ye moro, oroye ye. Sọ̀rọ̀ ògiri omi o, ọ̀sọ́gbọ́ pẹ̀lẹ́ wà nílẹ̀ àkòdì, ìyá ìjẹsà pẹ̀lẹ́ wà lọ́rùn, kárẹ̀, lúlé o, ọmí o, ọ̀tá o, àgbà o, ìrúnmàlè yóò rẹ̀ yé oṣù o. May Oshun bless us all. Ore ye o. Iroko weme